After watching your persuasive speeches, I noticed that a lot of y'all are struggling, to say the least, which is understandable, right? A lot of y'all are losing motivation for a couple reasons, right? But that's one thing that I noticed a lot that you were all mentioning, that you lack the motivation to get your work done. And then it's difficult for you to want to continue college. You didn't say that, but it's pretty evident through your tone. So, let me give you a little fun lesson. This isn't in your book. This is just some fun, again, information. So as you can see, there's this little triangle, which I think a lot of y'all are familiar with. And if you aren't, it's literally just called the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is a social theory, to my knowledge. Don't quote me. This is not my own original theory, but here's the fun part. I'm going to take this theory and apply it to your life to hopefully open your damn eyes to, I guess, adulting, more or less. We'll see. So first, but before I mention that, I like looking at this little triangle and calling it the ladder to happiness, or how to achieve happiness, because that's something that we all want, right? And it's a cute little way to kind of summarize this entire pyramid. But first, let us explain this pyramid. Now, let's first take a look at the bottom level, which is in purple, called physiological needs, which is, simply put, basic needs such as food, water, warmth, rest. Simple things, like humans need food, water, warmth, rest as their essential basic need just to be happy, right? Just to survive. Now, once you have that, we can move up to safety, right? The need to feel safe. Right? We don't want to come to school, or you don't want to go home if there is a threat or it's difficult, right? That is essential need. Like, for example, most of y'all who live in, I guess, quote unquote, dangerous neighborhoods, one of your major goals to work hard is to get the hell out of there, to make sure your family and yourself are taken care of, right? But to feel safe, you want to be able to go to bed not scared. Very simple need, right? You need somewhere safe. You need to feel, again, safe. That is essential need after your physiological needs. Now, after that, you have belongingness and love, right? Simply put, friends, relationship, family, all that jazz. I'm just gonna speed through that. Now, moving up is esteem, prestige, and feeling of accomplishment. Pretty much your college damn degree, right? Now, the last but not least, the step that you need is self-actualization, which very few people actually achieve in their lifetime, which is achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. Now, this is how I like summarizing the very top, self-actualization. Can you wake up every day happy, doing what you're doing, going to work, creating things, whatever it may be? Now, again, we just sped through these 5 steps. Now, why is this important? So let's break it down. So, when you were in high school, when you went to class, or when you went to school during high school, let me guess, for 80 to 90% of y'all, the first thing that you thought about was talking to your friends, right? You loved going to school because it's like, oh, my friend here, I want to go say what's up, etc., all that stuff, right? Now, the reason why you're able to do that, or the reason why you have the desire to do that, because guess what? Your basic needs, physiological and safety, was already met. What do I mean? Where did you get food and water from as a high school student? From school and at home. And safety? Again, who made you feel safe? School and home. That meant during high school, all you really cared about first was your friends and maybe that partner that you wanted to get in a relationship, whatever the hell it may be, right? But your first initial interest was, let me go say hi to my friends. Let me go talk to that person that I'm attracted to. It's because your parents took care of your first basic needs, as well as the school, obviously. Now, why is this important? Because a lot of y'all were saying that you lack motivation, right, to continue with college. Here's why. Where does college fall under this particular triangle? esteem, right? So why do you lack motivation right now? It's simple. It's because some of y'all are in one of the levels below esteem. Because again, some of y'all are struggling just to pay the bills, right? So that means, guess what your concern is? Getting fucking food and water and paying for rent. So you're there. You're still stuck on safety and physiological needs. Why do you don't have the desire to get a college degree right now or doing well in class? That's why those who work often don't get to see a lot of their friends, right? For those of y'all who go to class and then who go to work, you're feeling a little lonely because you want friendship, but you can't afford it. So, do you know the saying that money buys happiness? Here's the thing. Some would argue it doesn't, some will argue that it does. I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what money buys. Money buys you the first two fucking levels. It buys you food, and it buys you safety. Isn't that why y'all trying to get a nice paying job? Just to get the bare damn essentials down? You want to make sure the people you love are taken care of with food and water. Now, again, the reason why you lack motivation is because you don't even have the basic needs down. You don't have food. Well, once you have food, hopefully you're getting fucking fed, right? But the reason why most of you aren't focused on college right now is because, again, social distancing. Guess what the hell you long for right now? You long for human interaction. And I'm not talking about that Zoom bullshit or this video that we're doing. You miss real human interaction. That's one thing that a lot of y'all mentioned, that being physically in class will help motivate you to do well at school. And that's why. Because right now you don't have your need met. You need friendship, you need interaction to make yourself happy right now. And again, it doesn't apply to everyone because everyone has different levels of their needs. Not everyone needs a lot of food, everyone needs a lot of security, not a lot of people need a lot of friends. It all varies, but this same triangle applies. This square will be for the rest of your life, right? Because your goal is to get these needs met, always. And you know what the interesting part about adulting is? Again, taking a look back, we've all agreed that most of y'all right now, your parents pay for, food and shelter. Or at the very least, you're helping, right? One or the other. Either you're paying it for yourself, or you're contributing to your parents, or whatever, right? It all depends. But once you grow up and you live alone and you do your own shit, right? You will get knocked back down to the bottom of this triangle. Because when you move out, who's gonna feed you? Your own damn self. Who's gonna house you? Your own damn self. And you know what the sad reality is? A lot of people never make it past the second level. People are stuck right after safety, which is a lot of your parents, right? That's why you're coming to college. A lot of your family, they're just working right now just to pay for food and pay for rent. That means they don't have time for friends and family. Maybe sometimes family, right? But it's difficult to have friends. Because right now, you're trying to pursue a level above to hopefully invest in the bottom three. So, to achieve happiness, in theory, it's very simple. To achieve happiness, you need food, water, sleep. Obviously, once you get that down, you need to feel safe. After that, you need some friends, you need love and things like that. And then some prestige, that feeling that you are good enough. And last but not least, you need to be able to wake up every day knowing and feeling what you're doing matters. And just because you move up one level doesn't mean you can't go down. Because again, people lose jobs, people lose houses, all those things happen. That's just life. But the beautiful part is that you have control over a lot of you have control over your own life and what actions you take. The results might not always be in your favor, but you have a lot more control than you think.